What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D, and thanks to your continued support, my page is on a tear right now. So I want you guys to know how much I appreciate the fact that you guys like my content, you share my content, you comment on my content, and you keep subscribing to my page. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. So you know something that I struggle with? I struggle with wondering if the lies and deceit coming from Donald Trump, MAGAs, and Republicans are a complete lack of self-awareness, or if it is just that, lies, deceit, misinformation, and disinformation. Because it amazes me that Donald Trump can sit down with a straight face. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, can sit down with a straight face and say things like the Democrats are putting Donald Trump at risk with their rhetoric. And when they get called out on it, they deflect from it. So that does prove that it's all lies and deceit. But then sometimes I do think there's a complete lack of self-awareness, because Alina Habba recently sat down for an interview. And you're not going to, you're going to believe it because it's coming from the MAGA crowd, but you're not going to believe the fact that she could sit down for this interview and say that Donald Trump is going to get us back to respecting each other and being polite to each other. No joke. She said this with a straight face, with a sincere look on her face while saying it, when she knows, she is aware of the things Donald Trump has said. She's aware of the nicknames he's called people, but she literally sat there with a straight face. And it's why I ask the MAGAs all the time, why are you so okay with being lied to your face on the daily, like absurd, easy to debunk lies? Because when you see this video of Alina Habba sitting here saying to someone, we gotta be more polite to each other. We got to get back to being polite. And I truly believe Donald Trump is going to bring us there. Check this out.
And I think America forgets that these are human beings. We've forgotten how to be polite. We've forgotten how to be respectful of different opinions. And I know that President Trump will get us back there. He really will.
And yes, she's talking about the same Donald Trump that we see every single day making up nicknames for people. Crooked Joe, Sleepy Joe, Dumb Kamala, Crooked Hillary, Lion Ted, Bird Brain Nikki Haley, Ron DeSanctimonious, Gavin Newsom. Those are just the ones I could spitball off the top of my head, and there are so many more. But these people have no self-awareness and just lie to your face every single day. Recently, Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, and Mitch McConnell gave a joint statement saying that Kamala Harris calling Donald Trump a fascist is putting him in harm's way. And she was really asked just a couple of days ago if she thinks he's a fascist, and she said yes. It was the first time she called him a fascist. So Jake Tapper, which I've had many issues with, but to me, the guy is trying to make a comeback or something, because he went in this segment here. He asked his control room to play the video of Kamala Harris calling Donald Trump a fascist. And what he did here was beautiful. Check it out.
So the two Republican leaders expressing concern about Kamala Harris calling Donald Trump a fascist. Let's show an example of Harris doing exactly what McConnell and Johnson are taking issue with.
She's a Marxist, communist, fascist, socialist.
I'm sorry, the control room, that was actually Donald Trump calling Kamala Harris a fascist in September. Control room, are you ready? Please run the clip of Kamala Harris calling Donald Trump a fascist, which offended the Republican leaders.
Somebody's got to explain this to him. There's a radical left, Marxist, communist, fascist.
Okay, again, I'm sorry. That was Trump calling Harris a fascist.
And this is honestly what everyone should do. They should literally every single time call them out on this. Don't allow Mike Johnson, Mitch McConnell, Alina Habba, Donald Trump to say, oh, I can't believe the things they're saying about me. I mean, I just can't believe they would say such bad things. Don't they know they're putting me in harm's way? When he does the worst, like his tweets, his truths, his posts, they're horrible. There has never been anyone as bad as Donald Trump when it comes to insulting people. Not even close. As a matter of fact, our country was much better until he first ran for president. Once he did that, he changed the Republican Party forever. And Lindsey Graham and Ron DeSantis and Ted Cruz and many of these other people said this. They said Donald Trump is going to change this party forever if we allow him to be our nominee. Then he became the nominee. He changed it forever, and they all fell in line. And how he changed it is that there was a time when Republicans, being the family values party, wasn't laughable. There was a time they would say that and you'd be like, okay, whatever. You know, it wasn't that Democrats weren't family values people, because we obviously are, but it wasn't laughable. The contrast now is that they don't even say that anymore. They don't say they're the family values party because they realize their leader is the least family values person out there. But he changed the party. He changed the country. People are less polite. They're more emboldened to be outright racist and bigots because of Donald Trump. Because of Donald Trump. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.